TJ, I want to ask you this question. Which is on the highest list for you? Being listed in Ebony's top 100 with Barack Obama or doing this documentary about Tina Turner?
Oh, that's an amazingly unique question, and
That's how I roll, baby.
I don't know if I can rank. Well, I can rank them. I mean, let's be real. To have an opportunity to make a film on Tina Turner and to merely not just be in her presence, but to really kind of like dive into her story and continue to continue to grow, to have an appreciation for her narrative, is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I'd venture to say the latter.
I have a very special connection with Miss Turner. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, where she went to high school, and she actually went to high school with my mom. My mother's maiden name was Burchett. Her maiden name was Bullock, and she sat in front of my mom in school. And my mother loves to tell this story about Tina Turner, about how Tina Turner wanted to be a majorette, which I think is hilarious. Tina Turner wanted to be a majorette, and she asked my mom for some tips on, how she could, possibly get on the team. And my mother told her this trick about rolling down her bobby socks a certain way or whatever. And so my mother's taking credit for Tina Turner's legs based on that story. My mother tells me that story all the time, and I think that is pure comedy. But she speaks very fondly of her all the time, which is one of the reasons why this particular interview was so important to me, because it's probably the closest I'll ever get to expressing that on behalf of my mom. They're the same age, and so I guess when you get to be that age, all of a sudden trauma and the past doesn't look so scary, because that this third and final act is finite. And that you don't have a whole lot of more time left. Speaking of which, I've seen her promote this, or whoever's dealing with her account is promoting it on social media. Heavy, 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 heavy. So my question to you guys is, has she seen the film, and did you guys get to watch it with her?
Our producer, Simon Chin, and he reported back that she was beaming, so that made us feel good. And she said that she felt the film was it was really interesting for her to watch it, because it brought back obviously a lot of memories, but it's good and bad. But the thing she said was that she felt it was accurate, and that was a big thing for us. And then I think the maybe insightful thing was she said it wasn't as hard for her to watch it as she thought it might be, which, when you see the film, you'll see she talks about this idea of acceptance at the end. And I think maybe that speaks to the truth of her getting to that place.
What is the most surprising piece of information that either one of you learned about Tina Turner in the course of making this doc? Because there had to be something that you were like, "Ooh, really?"
He did not have a good reputation in the music business, and here she was as Katori Hall puts it in the film, like, this is like the coming of age part. She had a coming of age around 40 years old. This is her like building her new identity, and the association was always with Ike Turner. So she was like, well, if I come forward with the realities of that relationship, maybe I can separate myself and be my own person and be my own individual. And the irony is that it did quite the opposite effect. The narrative became cemented to her for the next 4 decades of her life, and that was just something we learned in the process of making the film. 1981 article. Here's this woman coming, like, having the courage to be vulnerable, to come forward with her this tragic story and this tragic set of circumstances, and she's like like Johnny Carson's on the cover of
right. I saw that and I was like, oh my God.
Look in the corner, and it's like, what is going on?
I know, it was a lot going on. Well, I want to just wrap it up. But before I do, I want to tell you this. I want to congratulate you guys on getting this documentary done. It was really wonderful to watch. I enjoyed it very much. I watched it with my mom. Congratulations on all of your success. And it's been my pleasure to talk to you guys today. I'm big fans of both of you from your previous work. So this was a real joy and a treat for me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to talk to you too.
Okay, cool. To keep up with the Curvy Critic, like our page here, click that subscribe button, and click that bell for notifications. Love, peace, and hair.